Well, I'm back with yet another amazing roller coaster video on this channel. And on this channel we tend to mainly cover the biggest thrills in the roller coaster industry. And we're not gonna do that today. And today we're gonna be ranking roller coasters based on the storytelling. And there are really some heavily themed and immersive rides out there in the world. And that's why I've decided to do a top 10 list to see what ride has the best storytelling overall. And before going into this list, please consider subscribing to the channel, that would be awesome. Now coming in as spot number 10, we got Arthur the ride at Europa Park in Germany. And this amazing ride is overall a dark ride combined with a coaster, so this hybrid has a really detailed fantasy world. And this incredible attraction is based on the Arthur and Minimoys/Minimoys IP, and you shrink down and explore magical environments. And this story follows Arthur's journey through various fantasy environments filled with strange creatures and enchanted forests. And while the ride system is a unique suspended power coaster / dark ride hybrid, it moves slowly through detailed scenes with show elements, and then it picks up speed in these outdoor coaster segments. And that just blends in storytelling with thrills very smoothly. You have an immersive set design with animatronics, large-scale props, and highly stylized fantasy aesthetics. And you pass through both small and very big show scenes. And the orchestral score enhances this cinematic feel and transitions between scenes, and this matches the key moments of the ride's narrative. Now coming in as spot number 9, we got Big Grizzly Mountain runaway minecarts at Hong Kong Disneyland. And this ride features an immersive story with some very wild bears that are triggering a chaotic mine ride, and this coaster tells a tale through animatronics, fake explosions, and track switchbacks. And the main character is the villain Big Grizzly, and he messes with the machinery, causing your calm tour to spiral into chaos. And the animatronic bears playfully interfere with the mining equipment, and the lift hill has a fake out element, a dynamite explosion causing the bears to blast you backwards in the train. And you also have a high-speed launch section that is framed as a mechanical malfunction, and this story builds on tension and also adds humor to the ride. Now coming in as spot number 8, we got Tron Light Cycle Run at Magic Kingdom in USA. And this ride can also be found in Shanghai Disneyland, that is the original one. Based on the Tron films, this coaster immerses riders into a digital world with sleek aesthetics and a narrative about racing for your team. And what makes this very beautiful and heavily immersive ride very interesting is the ride design. And the trains on this coaster features that laid down motorbike seating, and that is very interesting. The Tron Light Cycle One could be one of the most intense rides at Disney World, because this ride features an intense launch in the start. And after flying outside and over the guests, you yet again enter an indoor section. And this is where you twist around inside a big dark room with many flashing lights. Now coming in at spot number 7, we got Febolton at Busch Gardens Williamsburg in the USA. And this ride tells a narrative about a very mysterious Black Forest journey with a surprise indoor segment and multiple story branches, and also a dramatic drop. And well, even though the ride's theming can't really be compared to Disney or Universal, it is still a great choice in terms of storytelling. And Febolton may also be one of the most intense rides I have on this list, because you have a large section of roller coaster track. And you could also say that the theming on this ride is a bit more scary compared to other ones. Well, apart from that iconic drop this coaster features over the lake, there are also a few surprises indoors. And surprise, this roller coaster features launches, and on top of that a very scary vertical drop track with an 18 feet tall drop. Now coming in at spot number 6, we got Escape from Gringotts at Universal Studios Florida in the USA. And this is overall a great combination of coaster and dark ride technology, and this ride drops you into the Harry Potter universe inside a bank heist, and it uses practical sets, film characters, and plot twists like a cinematic ride experience. And the immersive storytelling of this ride already starts in the queue line, and this is where you got those big familiar rooms if you have seen Harry Potter. And this might be one of the most impressive queue lines in theme park history, and this big bank room is just filled with amazing and realistic looking animatronics from the Harry Potter movie. And this heavily immersive ride experience is also filled with many special track elements, such as a tilt track and also a tire propelled launch. And Escape from Gringotts features a great combination of practical scenes and also big 3D screens. And yep, that's right, I said 3D screens, and this ride utilizes many big 3D screens, and these are just heavily action-based scenes. Now coming in at spot number 5, we got Expedition Everest at Animal Kingdom in the USA. And this roller coaster is quite impressive, and just look at the theming. You have this huge man-made Mount Everest mountain. And this ride tells a very deep backstory involving a Yeti guardian of Everest, and this includes a broken track, a reverse section, and this reinforces the story mid-ride. And you can already get highly immersed into the story going through the queue line. And just take a look at the awesome train design for this roller coaster and also the track. It really looks like a train going up in this mountain. And Expedition Everest is also one of the bigger roller coasters out there in Walt Disney World. And once you reach the climax of this story, you meet the Yeti, and unfortunately the animatronic can't really operate no more. And that's why you only see the shadow of the Yeti destroying the roller coaster track. And then the riders need to go down that iconic drop out of the mountain. And this is where you can experience a large roller coaster layout flying in and out of this mountain. Now coming in at spot number 4, we got Revenge of the Mummy at Universal Studios Orlando. And there are really many versions of Revenge of the Mummy out there in the world, but this one in Orlando is just the best by far. And this ride is yet again a hybrid that combines dark ride sections and coaster elements. And this ride of course puts you inside a cursed tomb, and this is complete with fire effects, an ancient curse, and a fake out ending twist. This ride is just filled with many show scenes with animatronics, fire effects, and also jump scare elements. And this roller coaster has 2 very big show scenes with pyrotechnics and jump scare effects. And the ride is not done there. Then you suddenly go through an inclined launch through the mummy's mouth and through this intense coaster section. And Revenge of the Mummy is overall just a great combination of thrilling roller coaster layout and heavily immersive ride experience. And that's why I can personally say that Revenge of the Mummy is the best indoor coaster I've ever tried. Now coming in at spot number 3, we got Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind at Epcot. And well, of course we had to include one of Disney's most impressive ride experiences ever. Cosmic Rewind officially stands as the most expensive roller coaster in the world. Cosmic Rewind is by far one of the biggest, longest and most impressive rides in terms of indoor attractions. And this is where you have a backward launch spinning coaster that combines Disney level pre-shows, Marvel humor and synchronized music for a full cosmic storyline. And this ride just blends in many awesome light effects, and combined with that uncontrollable spinning on the trains, you have an awesome and intense ride experience. And well, as many of the other coasters on this list, you also have a heavily themed queue line with many pre-shows. Now coming in at spot number 2, we got Fly at Phantasialand in Germany. This impressive machine stands as the world's first launched flying coaster, and this ride is integrated into the steampunk themed Rookburg land, and where the entire area just tells a cohesive, mysterious industrial era story. This coaster features 2 different launches, and the rest of the layout is just perfectly blend into this very industrially themed area. And this Rookburg area might be one of the most beautiful and heavily detailed themed areas in the whole world. And this one of a kind and beautiful attraction also tells a deep story combined with an awesome pre-show before going into the first launch. And during this flying coaster experience, you dive in, over and under different tunnels and pathways in this heavily themed and beautiful land. Now coming in at spot number 1, we got Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure at Islands of Adventure in the USA. And this is overall just a very impressive multi-launch coaster that feels like a journey through the Forbidden Forest. And this ride is complete with animatronics, show scenes, a seamless story around these magical creatures. This ride is overall very technical. First of all, you have this awesome motorbike seating, and after that you have over a dozen special track elements such as 7 different launches, a backwards section, a stall and a drop track. And beware, this motorbike experience is also a bit intense, and during this ride experience you have a few short stops, and this is where you have some special dark ride scenes where you have very expensive animatronics from the Harry Potter universe. But beware, this roller coaster might be one of the most popular rides in the world, and you can expect to wait over 2 hours in line for this ride, and that's all year long. And now we have finally gone through the top 10 roller coasters with the best storytelling in the whole world. And now please let me know in the comments below what you think of this video. Do you agree? Do you disagree with my picks? And now please consider subscribing to the channel for more theme park and roller coaster videos in the future. And then at the end of the day, I'm always gonna say bye bye.